What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Insecure Season 5, Episode 4, Faulty. Okay? All right, so we started off and we are on the beach. We are about to have a beach party, and I believe this is what Issa was trying to help Nathan figure out how to have a little celebration for his shop being open for a year. So they decided to do a beach theme. This is what I'm going to assume. And, Nathan is out there with his friend Mo, okay, played by Haha Davis. Now, see, this is why I like Issa, okay, because Issa is literally pulling people from off of the internet, off of social media, and giving them shots on TV and everything. So I love that. Moving on from that, she and shout out to McDonald's or whatever and the people at Insecure, because I don't know if y'all got a partnership with it, but it was like an Insecure, this is a rap type of situation, and they sent me some stuff from McDonald's, like a tray with the whole LA Insecure background on it, and some journals, and sent me a free meal today too. So thank y'all for that. But moving on from that, so the friend Mo was sitting down there in that lawn chair, okay, that beach chair. Now listen, I know we some bigums sometimes, okay, and I was a little worried. I said, baby, I hope he is not sinking down into that sand. And I was just thinking about myself because listen, big people, we gotta learn our limits, okay. He was a little chunk, okay, but the chair was sturdy, so I was like, oh, we gotta win, okay. I said yes, he gets up. And, old girl Risha that was in the shop earlier, she come over there, he up there putting on sunscreen. And he was like, yeah, you need to put some sunscreen on. And she was like, let me see what y'all got. Girl, why was they putting on lotion? I said, listen, niggas don't never read the labels to nothing, okay? I said, so y'all just saw something and y'all just picked it up from the store and automatically thought that it was sunscreen. It was Aveeno, okay? It was Aveeno. Meanwhile, Nathan is waiting on that other friend, Suge, to come there with the food. It is a beach party. It's supposed to be a cookout. Where is the food? He got all this mustard and ketchup and bread and everything waiting for the meat to come so they can get the hamburgers and the hot dogs going, okay? But he is not there yet. Meanwhile, we got Issa, Molly, and Kelly. They walking down the beach and getting ready to come, trying to find where they at. And at this point, Issa is a little bit nervous, okay? She a little bit nervous about everything that's going to happen between her and Nathan, how things going to be, because they have not spoken to each other in a week, like really spoken to each other, especially after what happened between them, okay? If we remember, Issa had invited Nathan over, and when they was about to do what they was going to do, at least that's what we assumed, Issa cried up in his mouth, okay? She said, I wonder how he think my tears taste since I cried up in his mouth. They probably salty. Meanwhile, you got the whole situation with Molly, the dude that she went on that date with. She wound up giving him some, I believe. And she was like, it's just weird for her to be having sex in this moment, like in this different way that she is. It's just a little bit weird about it. Kelly, she's this new changed person, and she's all here for Molly going back to being Molly, you know what I'm saying? And they're just all encouraging each other, giving each other advice or whatever. So when Issa finally get up there to Nathan, he got a couple of other friends over there too. I forget the other guy name, but the bald headed guy with the jersey, but the other guy with the shirt open, his name was Eric, or I should say Arik with an A. I said, now, why your mama had to be so difficult? Okay, she wanted to be so different so bad. I ain't never heard the word ARC before. Okay, now if it's been out there, girl, this is my first time ever hearing it. Is it a West Coast thing? I don't know. I could be. Okay, I could be. Anyway, so at this point, it's weird. And Issa does the classic Issa. Issa is Issa, and that's what she doing. Okay, because she's so awkward trying to come up with a conversation to say something to Nathan, and how you been, and hey guys, what's going on, and oh my goodness, thank you for coming, and thank you for having me. You didn't ask this and you didn't ask that, and I'm just getting my host on. Okay, we should GHB get a good host or something, boy. This is it. I'm sitting here like, Issa, shut up. Shut up, because, bitch, you are embarrassing me. All right, I felt so much secondhand embarrassment, and this is just a fake TV show, okay? I'm like, girl, be quiet. All right, next thing you know, Issa, not Molly and Kelly, they up there sizing up the friends or whatever. They go have some liquor, and Issa is left there with Nathan by herself, and she up there talking about the weather, what degrees you think it is, and what's this or whatever. And Nathan was like, okay, and he just walked away. Okay, because at this point, Issa goes back and tell Molly and Kelly, yeah, I think he kind of pissed off at me. He's still mad at me for what happened last week, and you know, it is what it is. Okay, baby, Kelly and Molly just telling them, okay, what you gonna do about it? What you need to do at this point? Just loosen up here, take some drink or whatever. At first, we thought Kelly was finna break her fast. You know, I thought you wasn't drinking. She said, no, girl, this drink is for you. You need to loosen up. Meanwhile, Kelly and Molly, they deciding on which of the friends they gonna try to get at. Okay, you know, they was like, you know, I'm gonna let them keep on going until they qualify or disqualify themselves. That's what Molly said. I said, all right, Molly, but for some reason, I'm here for this new Molly, okay? I'm here for this new fun, loose Molly. You know, she's not judgy, because y'all know in season 1, Molly would have been on here. She would have had an issue with Nathan and his friends, for one, okay? Because they not on her level. You see what I'm saying? Them some niggas, all right? You could tell that even if they did go to college, they probably went to, I don't want to assume, they don't look like the college type that she was after, the baller status that she was after, but whatever, you know, and that's what she go after to either have sex with or to have a relationship with. Now we see that she being just so free with it, and I was like, I'm here for this. They was like, hey girl, y'all, we finna play some spades, y'all want to come? Girl, Issa said, is this like pity pat? They said, girl, you sit this out, because if you don't know, the cutoff age of learning how to play spades is 16, and ain't nobody got time to tell your grown ass, teach you how to play. I said, I know that's right, all right? You know, it is some black people that's out here that don't know how to play spades. Y'all should be embarrassed, okay? Y'all should be embarrassed, all right? But anyway, I'm gonna get off y'all. So at this point, they go over there. Lisa was like, they said I can't play. No, girl, you just sit there and observe and try to pick up on things, okay? Meanwhile, not pick up on the wrong thing. She done picked up on something that was going on with Nathan and Risha, all right? Risha is over there, you know, with Nathan, and in the position, in the slow motion that they got it going, Issa in her mind is thinking that, you know, oh, they had fucked before. Of course they fucked before. No, they ain't fucking. Oh, they definitely fucked, okay? That's what they was thinking, you know what I'm saying? Because he was literally tying up her shoe, and the way they had her rolling her eyes in the back of her head, you know, grabbing on his shoulder and everything, just like being real sexual with it. So at this point, she was a little bit uncomfortable. She had to get up and walk past, and then it was Risha that called her and was like, hey girl, how you doing or whatever. And so that prompted her to come over there to Nathan. And you know, she was just trying to apologize for things that happened that night, and he was like, it's cool, it's whatever. But at this point in time, before they can get really deep into the conversation, you can just tell that Nathan don't really want to be bothered at that moment. It's about timing, okay? Nathan don't want to be bothered at that moment about what happened between us. Can we just have a good time and talk about this later? That's the vibe that I was getting from him, okay? Plus, I was also getting, you know what, this girl really don't know what she wants. I was getting that all out of Nathan, okay? Because Issa really don't. She really don't. We all see it. All right. The friend Suge, he finally comes there with the pieces, because he was supposed to be there earlier with the meat and everything, but this fool come in there with like a whole bunch of Domino's pizza. I said Domino's pizza. First of all, Domino's pizza ain't even that good, okay? And that's what you got. You wouldn't got that cheap stuff, all right? But all right, you know, you feeding for a whole bunch of people, and I'm looking at the boxes of pizza, and I'm looking at all the people that's there. I said, this ain't gonna feed everybody, okay? This ain't gonna feed everybody, but all right. But before he can give Nathan the pieces, all of a sudden an earthquake hit and the pieces drop, okay? And so because of this, they had to shut the beach down, and you know, Nathan was like, we're gonna take it to the bar, and buy drinks for everybody, okay? And so at this point, Suge said, freak that, I'm finna get in this water. And he bent down, got a slice of pizza off the floor, off the sand, I should say, shook the sand off, and went and got into the water. The lifeguard just said the beach is closed because a tsunami might come. Okay? And here comes Risha. Oh my God, a tsunami. First of all, she said that they was bonded for life because they experienced the earthquake together. Then she said, oh my God, I can't do a tsunami because I already experienced one of those and I almost died. Here go Kelly. You almost died too? Me too. I said, what the fuck is going on? What the hell is going on? And at this moment, I said, I just know Kelly and Risha about to give us something. This can't just be it. This is the offset of something else, all right? And sure enough, meanwhile, when they was walking up to the beach, Issa had got a notification that Chris Sean, okay, remember Chris Sean in 2 episodes ago, see episode 2, all right, my baby daddy, you know, he had put the smiley, the emoji that was like, underneath a post that said, Isha putting out there saying that she's in, business doing this 3-event partnership with NBW Water. Okay. And so he like, he already was thinking that she was a sellout. So now he thinking something else throughout the whole time, while they, on their way to the bar or whatever. You got Issa, Molly, Risha, and Kelly in an Uber. She gets notification that he is saying that she is a fraud. Okay, people trying to understand what's going on. Quinn, Q, she calls her. Q ready to go to war. Okay, Q was like, if you want me to do what I gotta do, I'm ready to do that. Okay, she was like, nah, we'll let it calm down. We'll let it calm down. But they just making each other aware that we see what's going on. And I was like, baby daddy, why you tripping? What's going on? You just mad because she doing a partnership? You thinking that she's selling out? Why? And then, you got Q, she responded to this stuff talking about why you trying to tell it always be other black folks tearing other black folks down. We see that a lot. We have to admit that, okay? And we also had to admit that he got a point. All skin folks ain't kin folks. That's what he put out there. We've seen that time and time again. But in this situation, I'm trying to understand what exactly is the issue. Because then Issa takes it a bit further and he she gets up into his DMs and said, what is going on? Why are you doing this? This is a strange way, a weird way for you to say thank you for the exposure. Okay. And then he screenshots that and tweets it. And hashtag Issa fraud. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh my goodness. And then, of course, Q had to say, what's going on? What did you do? And they was just trying to say, we're going to let this shit die down because it's just the internet. They going to, got the attention span of a couple of days. We're just going to let it die down. And if not, I'm ready to go to, do what I got to do. Okay. And I'm just like, this is crazy. You try to help folks out sometimes and they just take that and run with it when things don't go the way that I guess they planned or wanted it to. But like Issa said, we helped you sell out your stuff. So what is the issue? If y'all can figure out the issue, can you put it down in the comments? Okay, let's discuss that. But while they was up in that Uber, first of all, they are in an Uber with an Uber driver that is a conspiracy theorist saying that it was not an earthquake. It was the government trying to, do the kill switches. I said, it is always that one person. And I have gotten a couple of Uber drivers that are like this, okay? Baby, go look at my Uber Chronicles and all the stuff. Oh my God, the stuff they go through on Uber. You could do a whole channel on that alone, okay? Because people are really weird, okay, sometimes, all right? And, he's just talking it off. And at this point, you got Kelly and Risha in the back. It was so much that was going on. Issa dealing with Chris Shaw on Twitter blasting her and then talking to her assistant Q. And then you got Kelly and Risha in the back talking about near-death experiences and life changes and going through journeys and talking about manifestations and podcasting. I said, give them a whole show on their own because that had me rolling. When they was in that bar and she started crying and she said, at one point I had a dream that I thought my mama was the hamster. And then it was like, I had no food, so I had to eat the hamster. And it's like, am I eating my past or am I living my past? Is my past inside of me? I said, Kelly, what are you on? And she said that she is alcohol free. I said, what type of drunk talk is that? Okay. I said, oh no, Kelly and Risha did it for me this episode. But in that car, you also got Molly and Issa having their little texting conversation. She trying to see what's going on with the driver, saying the driver's crazy. And then Molly like, I can't hear because it's Super Soul Sunday going on in the back with Kelly and Risha. But then she started talking about Nathan, and I think, Nathan and Risha got something going on. And she was like, for real, hold on. Molly said, hey, Risha, you fucking Nathan? She was like, girl, nah, that's my brother. He like blood, you know what I'm saying? But, he look like he can fuck though. You want me to hook you up with that? She was like, I'll come back to you. I said, see, this is the Molly we like. This is the Molly we want, all right? She was being a good friend in that moment, all right? I said, you get the tea, you be straight up, because sometimes you be scared to say something. You need that one homegirl that's going to say what you want to say. And that's what she did. So at this point, Issa realized, I guess Nathan just pissed off at me. All right. Molly said, so what you gonna do? Meanwhile, over there in their Uber, in their car, Mo, Arik, and Nathan, they basically talking about Issa and everything that was going on. And he was like, because Arik said he wanted to give Molly and slick her hair back, put his hand on that scalp on the back of that neck. I said, what the fuck? Niggas are stupid. But it was like, how would you feel if I mess with your girl, homegirl? He said that ain't my girl. It was like, then what is it? It was like, well, she got too much going on. Like she don't know what it is or whatever. You called me over to the house to cuddle, and I should have known something then. And then when I get in there, you start crying or whatever. And it was like, wait a minute. What type of energy you giving off to make her think like she could just call you over to just cuddle? You was like, you friend zone, nigga. And you do give off that friend zone type of energy, okay? And so at this point, he just looking like, damn. Mind you, he got a phone call from his cousin, or what we later realized was his cousin, telling them, come to the bar because the beach got shut down. So they get to the bar, Issa and Nathan once again have another conversation and trying to clear the air. And I'm just like, let it go at this point. You gonna be mad, let it go, okay? Shit happens. It is what it is, all right? Meanwhile, the cousin show up with his wife. And at this point, Issa is like, well, damn, you ain't tell me that you had family out here, because she was like, where y'all coming in from? She thinking they out of state, because remember when he left, he went back home to Houston, but come to find out, they live like in the next city over, or I should say the next neighborhood over, you know what I'm saying? They're close, okay? And so she looking like, damn, it's a lot of stuff that I don't know about you, and it was very off-putting and shocking. It made me raise the eyebrow, like, what is going on with this dynamic between Nathan and his cousin? Because the wife was giving fever, like she was giving Nathan all type of fevers, all type of attitude, making snarky remarks, being shady about him leaving all the time, and you a light-skinned leaf and all this stuff, and you just do this and you just get up and leave and don't lock doors or whatever. And I'm just like, wait a minute. And at one point his friend Mo was like, yeah, you do dress like a leaf and all, you be dressing like them colors and all that stuff. And then here come Issa. Well, I'm glad that he blew my way, because he helped me put down roots in the ground and make me sprout like a tree. Get it? Because roots in the leaves. And Molly was like, yeah, we all got the reference, okay? We got the reference. I said, Issa, Jesus Christ. Issa, that one friend, you just got to let go and say whatever it is that they say, and just know that by the end of the day, they're going to say something that's going to embarrass you and embarrass them, and you're going to be embarrassed for them just because they're embarrassing themselves, okay? And you just got to let that go. But at this point, all of a sudden, Mo gets a text message. Mo gets a text message talking about some, hey, it's a party at Jason Derulo. Or was it Mo or was it Arik? No, it was Arik. Okay? Arik gets a text message saying, hey, it's a party at Jason Derulo. And Mo is like, oh my God, Jason Derulo. I said, I know he ain't. I know he ain't. He acting like a fan, okay? He want to go so bad. And I said, no, we ain't got time for this, all right? I said, no, Jason Derulo, of all people. Mind you, when they was at the beach, the other guy that was Molly was trying to size up, he up there, no, he was at the party too. He was at the thing too. But he talking about he got to go home to check on his cat. Molly said he up there worrying about the wrong cat. So he went on ahead and said, she said, I can go ahead with Art. You going to the party? I'm going to come kick it with you. I said, all right, size him up and take him. Okay. She said she's just going to go with the one who's going to disqualify himself. Okay. She was waiting for the one to disqualify himself to get to which one she needs to get to. And I guess Art was that one. I said, all right, Molly, we being fun out here, living life, okay? Meanwhile, they getting ready to go, and they all in the car together. Nathan's cousin decided to, go, and the wife decided to go home and stay with the kids, and I was glad because I didn't like her attitude. I felt like she was just going to mess the mood up and start spilling all the type of tea and secrets and stuff. Meanwhile, when they was in the car, that's when Issa started getting the rest of those tweets, and you just made it awkward because she screamed out, fuck, you know what I'm saying? And so at this point, they was just having a good time. They get to Jason Derulo's place, and come to find out, Arik was told to only bring one person. He brought a whole group, all right? And so he was trying to get them all in, but come to find out, he could only get one person in. And Mo, big ass, really thought that he was going to get him in, okay? He said Molly. Mo was pissed. He said, Jason Derulo. I said, what, over Jason Derulo? Molly said, listen, I'm going to try to get y'all in. I'm going to find a door, and I'm going to try to get y'all in, okay? Cool. Baby, come to find out, they were sitting out there for over an hour, standing out there trying to get in to a Jason Derulo party. I said, bitch, he ain't no Rihanna. I said, not no Jason Derulo. That nigga that be eating all that goddamn sugar on TikTok. Have you ever seen a TikTok of his when he be making up all them concoctions? Okay, I just want to know, do he really eat that shit, or do he just do it for TikTok and throw it away? Because either way, it's a waste, okay? It's a waste in a mouthful of goddamn cavities. He probably got veneers in his mouth. That's why. But anyway, moving on from that. Molly had texted back that, she can get somebody in and get them in because she found a door. Of course, Mo, he runs to go find her, okay? But at this point, we noticed that Tommy is leaving Nathan's cousin, and he was like, I ain't young like I used to be. And, they get into this conversation, and we find out the reason why the wife was giving the fever to Nathan the way that she was. Nathan feels as though the wife, before he was living with them, before, he lived with Andrew, he was living with them, and, he wanted to apologize for the things that he was doing, to coming in late, sometimes not even locking the doors, and, doing all of this stuff. And he felt like it was Velma's decision to kick him out. And then come to find out, it was actually his cousin Tommy because of those reasons, okay? And it just made him feel some type of way because he could have told him, but at the same time, Nathan's realizing that some of his past action was because of a manic episodes that he was going through and didn't understand it and didn't know. And I was surprised that he didn't have that conversation with him right then and there, since they already started it, and tell him, I just was diagnosed bipolar. I was bipolar depression, and that would explain everything. And this scene just made me realize, not made me realize, but I hope it made people realize that we have to talk about these things within our family, about mental health, and look for signs, and not just be so quick to dismiss people as having behavior issues or just acting out or whatever, when sometimes it could be just that, but it could be something more that's deeper than that that's going on, And so at this point, Nathan, he starts to walk away. Issa was like, you coming? And he said, I just need some time right quick. And I'm thinking, oh Lord, so he about to have he about to do what they always say, he disappears. But he goes over to the edge of something, looking over a cliff, and Issa comes over there, and he explains to her what was going on, and basically that he was manic at those points, okay? And they get to talking. I don't even give a damn what they was talking about. Let's just get to this point. She was like, basically, I don't just, because she explained to him the reason why she cried and did what she did. It was because her life the last year was a mess, and she was still trying to figure it out, and it was just a lot. She was emotional, okay? She thought she was ready. She wasn't. But at the end of the day and at the end of this episode, she basically said, I figured out that I don't want to just be friends with you, okay? I want more than that. And he said, I don't want to just be friends with you either. And then they kissed and an earthquake happened, a little aftershock happened, and they was like, you felt that? Yeah, I felt that. And then somebody hollered, it's an earthquake. I said, no, that kiss didn't move mountains. It didn't shake the grounds, okay? And I'm just sitting here like this. One thing about Issa D on this show, she gonna backtrack to an ex because it's easier to go back to an ex than to find something new that's probably more better for her. It progress forward, okay? You gonna go back to a goddamn ex that got a whole bunch of problems. Y'all couldn't figure it out the first time. What makes you think you're gonna figure it out the second time? Okay, this is toxic. All right, red flags on the plate. Y'all already know I ain't want her back with Lawrence. It didn't work out with him, and I'm so glad. Okay, she avoided a lot of mess. Okay, now you finna get involved with this man, bitch. And I'm not even trying to discriminate because he got a mental disability or whatever, mental health issue, but he's just not reliable in general. Y'all toxic for each other anyway, and I don't trust his eyes. Okay, I don't trust his eyes. All right, they called his ass Prison Bay. Jeremy Meeks up in this bitch. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.